All right, y'all. We got how strong is SCP-3812? I don't know what this one is. I don't even know what type of monster this is. It just he just got the SCP-3812. I don't know what type of monster this is. Unless I already saw it when the other animation was doing, like, say, Tommy's and stuff. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what SCP-3812 this is. But listen, I'm finna check it out though.
SCP-3812. Once he was just Sam Howell, an ordinary
he's a human.
Man buried 6 feet beneath the earth.
Oh, is this like the laughing man? Is this that laughing man that who we're looking at I think this is him.
But the dirt couldn't hold him, and death itself had no authority. From the grave he rose, not as a man, not even as a myth, but an anomaly of existence so fractured, so beyond comprehension, that just to even see him, even the gods have to look up. SCP-3812 is no longer bounded by shape, by flesh, or the prison of identity. He's an entity in perpetual ascension, a being who constantly outgrows the very narrative he exists in, a self-aware paradox, constantly clawing its way upward through reality, shredding every story that tries to contain him. Within the SCP Foundation database, they call him a reality-altering entity, but that title is a cage built for ants. SCP-3812 isn't just an anomaly, he's a skyscraper stacked on top of infinite realities, all of which he's
See, the one I'm thinking about is the one that, you know, that fan animation I was checking out? Would say Tommy reversing that little statue that can do black holes. I'm thinking is this, I don't know. I gotta look it up. I gotta look what this up.
He's the unwritten margin of the SCP universe where logic collapses and fiction cries. So let's peel back the layers. SCP-3812 no longer fits in a single reality. He is described as constantly changing appearance, flickering through forms like broken projections, because the fabric of our reality can't properly render what he is. And nobody knows why this happened. He just is. His presence stretches and tears the surrounding world, like trying to jam a fourth-dimensional being into a two-dimensional space. Reality will crack. SCP-3812 exists in all realities simultaneously, omniversal in presence, but not in peace. He suffers. The higher he ascends, the more fragmented he becomes. Realizing the truth of his condition, he sees the story being written, rewritten, and edited by unseen forces, the authors, the editors, the gods of higher narratives. And so, he climbs, he crawls, and transcends all of them. To understand the full scope of his strength, imagine this, the most powerful—
I need to know how this thing look. That's not SCP though.
SCPs like 682, the Scarlet King, or the Broken God exist in specific layers or narratives within the boundless space and time. SCP-3812 has no such bounds. He breaks through all of them like glass. He operates in a universe where narratives stack, a model in which reality is built on infinite layers, each one higher than the last. And when he reaches the top, he surpasses it, then surpasses the next, and the next, until every tower of logic, physics, causality, and even abstract conceptualization become nothing more than another step on his staircase. With this, he possesses powers beyond comprehension, beyond dimensional existence. As SCP-3812 doesn't exist in dimensions as we know them, he exists outside the very concept of dimensionality itself. Space and time are like furniture to him. He has acausality. Not only can he not be killed retroactively, you could kill his past self, the author who wrote him, the author's author, and the story creator itself, and he would still persist. Because he's not outside the narrative, he rewrites it while standing on top of it. He has conceptual erasure as he's erased entire concepts from existence. Imagine removing the color blue, not just the pigment, but the idea of it from all sentient memory, so that nobody knows what color the sky ever was. But he's gone even further than this. He created SCP-3719, a metaphysical pointer to impossible dimensions, which proves how vast his influence truly is. He has plot manipulation. While most gods manipulate reality, 3812 manipulates the plot. He changes the story structure. He twists the author, manipulates the plot. He changes
the plot
story structure. He twists the author's pen. He has law manipulation as he overrides the physical laws of any narrative that he's in. The laws of math, physics, metaphysics, none of them can cage him. Even Ben, an entity that literally rewrote the laws of SCP-3812's reality, could not rewrite or kill him. To ground this, let's use an example. Imagine your favorite superhero comic, let's say Superman. Now imagine a character so powerful that they don't punch Superman, they tear the page out of the comic, step into the real world, and punch the author instead. That is SCP-3812. He exists on a level where characters, concepts, themes, and stories are beneath him. His shape.
So he's like Arthur level, Arthur level, the creator Arthur level.
Shape-shifting is metaphysical. He's appeared as an amorphous rotating mass of cosmic energy, a star made of white-hot material, a cloud that caused desert climates to freeze, and oceans to evaporate. He can cause worldwide firestorms and has slowed down the rotation of the Earth. But this is irrelevant because he's not bounded by cause and effect. Every time he does something, it happens not because of science or magic, but because the narrative demands it. He bent the narrative to do his will. Even now in his current state, above the highest possible narrative layer, outside of all systems, SCP-3812 continues to climb. He transcends not just others, but himself. He's destroyed every version of himself that ever was or ever could be. Every attempt to stop him has failed because he cannot be stopped. The narrative engine he rides will continue climbing even when all else turns to dust. The SCP Foundation theorizes that if SCP-3812 continues to climb, he may eventually provoke a PK class all-in-one existential pandemonium event. Translation: all narratives collapse into a single incomprehensible super entity. Imagine every book ever written folded into a single sentence, every universe collapsing into one thought. That's the kind of end SCP-3812 threatens. So what is it that this entity wants? Some say SCP-3812 is just looking for peace.
I want to see how he look. I just try to Google it and it ain't really showing me nothing.
Others say he wants to destroy all the authors in existence, making him above everything, to make the suffering end, to no longer be watched, and stopped being a puppet. But whatever the truth is, do not engage this entity at
So he upset because he don't want to be a puppet. He don't want to be controlled by his creator. Weak.
all cost. SCP-3812 is not just a threat to our world, our multiverse, or our entire timeline. He's a threat to the narrative itself. He's the fire that melts the ink of reality, the glitch in the simulation that wakes up mid-code. He's what happens when a character realizes that they were never meant to be. And even now, he's still climbing higher. Bow not before a god, but before the memory of one who refused to remain forgotten, the anomaly that cannot be deleted, the man who became the latter, SCP-3812. Overall, SCP-3812 would scale infinite layers into high outer with irrelevant speed. And shout out to Daniel who dropped 60.
I really want to see how he looked though. This thing look.
Sponsor this video. In the end, they called him an anomaly, but anomalies are born within reality. He's what reality fears in the dark, the dream that wakes the dreamers, the static between the stories, the glitching God's handwriting. He's going to surpass everything, like it's written in fate, because this entity is the reason that heaven has a gate. What's up guys, it's Divine. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys...
That's crazy, bro. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, I ain't gonna hold it. I was trying to see, like, I was trying to Google it and like see how this, what this little creature look like or whatever. Well, I can't find it, so you already know. Think about it, now, that good stuff, man. Let's go.